The map chosen for the final shows the 2016 whitetail harvest for the yearly gun season. This map is important because it represents the harvest of the deer of where they are and how many were harvested. This map shows that there is a large amount of whitetail deer harvested in southern half of Wisconsin. This is due to many things. One of those things being the land in Wisconsin. The Department of Natural Resources states that there are select few land features that deer tend to live in, a few of those being marshes, forests, and some grasslands. With Wisconsin's layout, they have an abundance of those land features. Another factor that causes more deer to be harvested is Buffalo County. Buffalo County is known in the United States as the epicenter for Boone and Crockett deer. A Boone and Crockett deer is a deer that scores over 160 total inches of antler. Hunters will travel out of their home state just to get a chance to shoot a deer that qualifies for the Boone and Crockett measurement. Just because Wisconsin has the most whitetail harvest in 2016 does not mean that they have the most whitetail hunter turnout. When it comes to whitetail hunting, Texas has the most turnout with over 1 million hunters looking to harvest a whitetail deer. This map is important because it gives us an overview of the whitetail season and how many deer are harvested in each state. The method displayed was used because it shows the reader the number of deer harvested within a state. The method took a vast amount of time though due to having to copy and paste dots and then moving those dots in accordance with the data found on the Department of Natural Resources. This method took over 3 hours to complete, but it shows the data needed to understand the map. The software used was Adobe Illustrator. This software made moving the dots difficult, but in the end, the product is very easy to read and to understand what is being mapped. As stated above, moving the dots that represented the 2016 whitetail gun deer season did take a vast amount of time. The time spent on the map was in total 4 hours. Many times over those 4 hours, the virtual computer would shut down, causing the map to disappear for about 4 minutes. Being that students are not allowed to be on campus, it gives everyone the chance to experiment with the virtual computers. But with that being said, it means that there's a greater chance for the virtual computers to cut out every so often. Overall, the experience creating this final was interesting because it took place over a week period from start to finish. This final shows the understandings of teachings and the hard work needed to accumulate a good grade to pass. If we look into the map, we can see that the high harvest rate in Wisconsin can be explained by the density of the forests. Deer tend to bed in thick, heavily wooded areas. In southern Wisconsin, there are many farmlands, but an equal amount of forest by those said farmlands. This causes the deer to bed down in a central spot by the forests. Deer also tend to bed down by their food sources in the winter because they want to exert the least amount of effort finding food. With these factors being realized by hunters, they can set their stands up on the edge of a small forest and on the side of a farmland to maximize their chances of shooting a deer. If we look far out west, we can see that there are not as many deer being harvested because of the wide open terrain that is the western side of the United States. Deer on the western side of the United States have a vast landscape that does not have many trees. With there being few forests, the deer tend to bed down in those trees all day for cover. If a hunter were to try and stalk a deer into that forest, the deer will hear that hunter making noise and dart off because the hunter will not be able to take a clean shot through the forest. If I were to do this project again, I would be more interested in Buffalo County to see the chemicals that cause the growth of antlers when comparing other counties in, say, Nevada. I would also need more time for this because I would need to accumulate a better knowledge of the chemicals needed to grow antlers. And these are my references. Thank you for your time.